this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with my horror Halloween kit, and we're here to do another couple of pages. If you followed my mass making, this week, we made these little envelope pocket booklets, and yeah, I did talk about, decorated this one up obviously in the, in the mass making session, and I talked about that I was thinking I was going to have this instead of a pocket booklet, but actually have it hooked over on the side of a page. So that's still my plan. Yeah, and I'm thinking just hook it over like this. I think would be really quite nice. So yeah, I'm going to have it like that. Now, this page has got obviously those, torn edges where I've torn them out of the book. Again, I don't really mind that. I actually quite like it. But not here, because where it's going to obviously fit snugly onto this edge, I need it to kind of be as, as straight as possible. So yeah, like that. And I mean, the great thing is with obviously using these like this, you're actually effectively decorating 2 pages at once, which, whoops, who doesn't like something that's going to be, super speedy? I mean, that's obviously, a great bonus, isn't it? If you can do something that's super quick, then, it's going to kind of cut down on all what else you need to do. So yeah, let's start with this side. Got obviously some other paper here, so I'm kind of thinking maybe filling around it with some other paper. And then I have got obviously some other ephemera pieces, which I'm thinking perhaps we could have some of this in the background as a pocket. So I don't know how this is going to look, but let's just see. So I'll just put my glasses down. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a good day, having a nice time, maybe doing some crafting, working on some nice projects. The sun is kind of shining here. Yeah, I haven't been out for a couple of hours, well, a few hours now. So I don't know what the weather is actually like outside, but it wasn't too cold this morning. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. It's always nice to see the sunshine anyway, regardless of the temperature, isn't it? So yeah, if it's sunny, I'll take whatever else it has. So yeah, like that. Now I'm just going to check that I wouldn't prefer it this side. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like it goes better on this side. I mean, why that would be, yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. But it does kind of look like it fits better that side. Now I've just got this, which this is obviously the, the section of the paper that we used to do that flap on that envelope. So I'm just going to tear this down. Might be that this hasn't really got any place here, but just kind of thinking, could we have this, tucked behind like that, and then maybe like that. What do we think? Not sure, and I feel like it does then need something up here, but yeah, I mean, it might be okay. I might just pull in something else, maybe more landscape. Just see whether we'd prefer more of a landscapey type piece, or maybe like one of these frames. Oh, or maybe even that snow globe. Let's just have a look at that. I love having so many bits and pieces to play around with, I must say. Nothing quite like having an abundance of things to be able to, try out and experiment with. So yeah, definitely love having all of these fun bits and bobs to be playing around with. So let's just try here. Okay. Oops. Okay. Take that down like that. Okay, so we could have this. Now obviously this is the same image that's on there, so I'm not saying I would necessarily want this there. as well, because that's a bit weird, isn't it? But maybe we would have that there. Let me just cut out this snow globe and we'll just see how this would look. Okay. Okay. Oops. Oh, I'm so terrible at cutting out circles. I mean, I know this isn't a full circle, but, you know, it pretty much is a circle, isn't it? Oh, it's so much easier once you get onto the flowers and you think, oh, thank goodness. Not straight lines. Well, not that that's a straight line. It's obviously a curved line, but, you know, I don't have to now worry about staying in the lines as such. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Let me just see if we... I mean, that perhaps is too much going on there. What do you think? Let me just check. I mean, obviously I wouldn't have this sideways on, but I just want to see how it alters it if we have the piece of paper over there, because I mean, I just went for this because that was kind of the shape that was left of that piece of paper. But if I take it down this side instead, I just have a funny feeling that this will look better. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's weird, isn't it? How just, you know, depending on which side, you know, kind of dictates whether it looks good or not. That's weird. Anyway, let's put it down. So, and, you know, this is why when we were painting the pages, and, you know, you may recall that I said I wasn't really that fussed if it didn't really cover the, you know, the images or the text or anything up, you know, overly well. It didn't matter too much, because obviously once we decorated the pages, a lot of it was going to get covered up anyway. And so, you know, hopefully this is kind of demonstrating that, you know, that being the exact case, isn't it? You know, a lot of these bits, whoops. For instance, here I can see where it says something balloon cupcakes. I mean, that's now covered up. So, you know, it didn't matter at all that we could still see that. Whereas I could have kind of wasted a lot of time, you know, painting where actually it didn't matter, you know. So it was just a kind of time-saving thing to just get it down, you know, get the paint down on the first coat and then see, well, do we need any more on there? And the chances are maybe you wouldn't anyway, because it's going to be covered up. So, you know, just a little bit of a time-saving factor, really. So yeah, I'm gonna have that like that. Now move it down slightly. I do quite like this on here, it's got to be said, and to be honest, we could even have it lowered down now, which, yeah, probably prefer it lower down. I wonder whether we could have this as a pocket. The only thing is, I'm very aware that my rings are going to be on here, so I'm thinking that would make it very tricky to get things in and out of this. Therefore, you know, maybe a top loading pocket. It would have to be quite narrow things, but, you know, hey, that's fine. I don't mind, you know, I don't mind that. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to put this down as a top loading pocket. Just going to use my 3-in-1. Now, obviously, this is going to have to be quite narrow because this even goes in here, as you can see, down the side. So, I mean, I haven't even got the full width of this to play with, but, you know, that's fine. And we might choose not to use this. And I know I've said this so many times, but, you know, just put them down as pockets and then you've got the choice, haven't you? You know, if you don't want to then use it when it comes to it, that's fine. But if you don't put them down as a pocket, you know, you lose the ability to actually have that choice. So, yeah, for me, I kind of just think, I'll put it down as, you know, as a pocket, and then you can decide, which is, you know, always a good thing, isn't it, to have the option. Okay, right, now I have been using this green patina everywhere in here so far. Haven't used any so far on this page, so we might put some down in a minute. I'm not sure. Or, you know, who's to say that we won't have some on some of the bits that we put in the pockets? So, you know, we might do that. Oh, that's a shame because it's covering that clown up. If I put that there, because I quite like it there. And we could even have maybe it sat on a bit of black lace or something. So just pull this in. Let's just take that down there. Just cut that, tear that down at the top. Whoops. I've now got it upside down. Yeah, I mean, we could have it like that. Could have it here. Could have it here. Oh, maybe there. Maybe at the bottom. Although I'm not keen on then these two kind of naked looking bits here. So, yeah. Oh, I also had this trim stuff, the pom-pom trim that I've mentioned in the mass making, didn't we? And said about we might have this somewhere. Maybe somewhere. Let's have a look. Right, I'm just going to glue this onto that black lace. I mean, I didn't really need to be honest, because I can just, you know, hot glue this down and it would glue that lace down anyway. But I'm just thinking this would be then easier to move about because it's then attached to that black lace, isn't it? Instead of having to keep, you know, remembering to bring the black lace. So, right. Let's just bring this in. Not saying I necessarily want to have any more, but you know, I just wasn't really enjoying that bottom with the ivory, really. I'd prefer to kind of have it covered up, I think. So yeah, I might just ruffle this a bit along the bottom. Okay, let's do that. So yeah, let's just pop some 3-in-1 down, and then I'm not going to do it like an actual ruffle, if you see what I mean. I'm just going to put it, you know, put the lace down, but just squish it in a couple of places. So instead of just being completely flat right the way along, I'll just kind of like smoosh it like 1 or 2 places. So it's kind of flat, but just every now and then we've got a little bit that's not flat like there. Ooh. Yeah, like that. So yeah, quite like that. Right, let's pop that off. Oops. Oh, okay. Yeah, I quite like it like that. And then this Halloween label. And it's even quite nice there. The only thing is that's overhanging that page quite a bit, and that would feel like a vulnerable point where it could get, you know, damaged and knocked off. So I don't think I'm going to put it like that. Right, let's glue this pocket down. So again, just going to glue this down here. Now I'm going to just glue it on this side first, because we will do the other side when we come to it. Obviously the other side will be being glued, you know, where it is. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, because we might want it somewhere else. Of course we won't. It will have to be there. But just because we don't know whether we're going to have any decorative paper and things like that underneath it. So I'm thinking from that point of view, keep it unglued, unstuck until I can, you know, decide what's going under there. So, you know, whether or not there might be some decorative paper, for example, under there or anything like that. So, yeah, let's have that. Now, do we want any flowers on here? Let's just bring these in. Okay. Let's just take that. Okay. yeah, I quite like how that looks as a pocket, to be honest, you know, rather than a booklet. I think it's, you know, a nice different take on it, isn't it? Now, do we want that up there or down here? Oh, maybe down here. Yeah, maybe down there. So let's just take that. Like that. Okay. Now, just almost wondering whether we could have any sort of dangle. I'm not sure. I thought that would look really good, but actually, I'm not sure with this. Just take a bit of that black lace. So if I just take, say, that much, and then just snip it straight down the middle and then just tear it. So if we were to have, for instance, tear that header part off, because that's not really, not looking so good. Yep, tear that one. Okay. So we would have that, and this. Or maybe that's a bit chunky. Yeah, maybe that's a bit chunky for there, but hey, maybe on this side, or maybe, oh yeah, actually I don't mind that there. So yeah, I've now turned over to the other side. Now thinking maybe that there. Now if I use one of the circle pieces, don't know now which one. Should we try the purple? Oh, I hate cutting circles out. Why did I think a load of circles would be a good idea to include in this? Oh, I don't know why I would have thought that, to be honest. Because circles are just my worst nightmare to cut out. They're not nice, are they? Not very good at making a good job of them. Oh my goodness, come on. Come on, come on. Yay. Not too bad, to be fair, that one. Right, I don't know whether that's a bit big. But I'm kind of thinking maybe that there. Like that. With this as like a little banner, and then, now what would we want down here? That's the question. Right, let's put some paper in the background. Oh, I don't know how this is going to look, but let's just see. Oh my goodness, I quite like that, I must say. Yep, I do quite like it. Right, I'm going to have to take this edge down a little bit more. So unfortunately it's going to go through those doll faces. Right, okay. Obviously I need to just tear this edge because I hate the straight edges. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Okay, look. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm going to have to take that down further. Yeah. That's a shame, isn't it? I have to get rid of that whole side now to be able to fit this in. Okay, right, so yeah, that can go on there. Love, love, love how that looks. Right, now, the only thing is, don't want to cover him up now, which of course if I put anything on as any kind of pocket, you know, of course I'm going to cover him up, aren't I? So yeah, I'm going to have to just not have another pocket on there, which that's such a shame, isn't it? Like this though. Yeah, I'm loving how that looks. Right, So let's put him down. Oh, no, this background paper, let's put this down. Okay. Now, when I put the sort of lace bannery type bit down in a minute, I'm wondering whether to patina around the edge of that circle. And I know I've said this loads of times before, I always just find red and green, oh, instantly my brain goes, Christmas, red and green, Christmas. Oh, that's the postman, hold on. Sorry about that, just did my usual of then just, you know, thumbs up out the window. Honestly, I mean, I've gone from opening the window shouting, oh, can you leave it there, please? To now I don't even do that. I just literally look out the window. They're now looking up. I mean, it depends on the postman, obviously. If it's not a postman who's familiar with my routine, then he's not necessarily doing that. But this particular postman, he was just then stood out looking up, waiting for me to just thumbs up. Which, oh, that's just so brilliant. Just makes it so much more convenient. Right, yeah, I was waffling on, I think, before the knock on the door about potentially patinaing around this, and I was saying, you know, not in green, because my brain just instantly goes, oh, green, it's Christmas, you know. But maybe I have got some purple patina, and I'm thinking maybe patina around that in purple. It might be quite cool, mightn't it? So yeah, that's what where my thoughts are going at the moment, is maybe patina in purple. So yeah, you know, we'll see how that looks. Now, I wouldn't have minded doing something else to have more kind of pockets and things on here. The only thing is, of course, because I'm, you know, I want to keep this because I love the look of that, I feel like I'm a little bit restricted, you know, as to size. So I'm just wondering whether I could, these are the journal cards, so I'm wondering whether I could either take some journal card and somehow adapt it into a tiny pocket. I mean, probably what I should do is print these two to a page and then I'd have tiny pockets. But yeah, I've got no ink at the moment in my printer, although maybe the postman was delivering the ink. Who knows, maybe. I mean, that would be brilliant if he was. Or, right, let's just take this one. And again, just cut this down with the border type bit around it. Okay. Yep, and down here. I have to say, actually, these square pages, they're not as big as I was thinking they would be. You know, I thought I would be like overwhelmed with the space and almost then thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to actually fill that space? But actually, they're not as big as I had, you know, kind of thought that they would be. Right, now, I talked in the last one, I have painted some of this, you know, not magazine, but the book page, to be able to make flips and flaps and, you know, tucks and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, I'm sure we did actually make a, you know, little flap in the last video. So I'm actually wondering whether, let's just take this down, whether we could have anything here or onto here. Let's just tuck that down like that. Now, obviously, this is full height of the page, which is a bit strange. Right, hang on, let me move this out of the way. Well, we could, I suppose, have that. I mean, that's a bit... Don't mind that. Oh, hang on. Now having another idea, because then I'm thinking, oh, we could have this here. Right, let me glue these together so that they are, you know, again, not keep moving around separately. So yeah, let's just dab a bit of glue on here. Okay, green. Okay, and then another little dab and put the black one down. Okay, like that. Right. So what I'm thinking, I mean, this is just kind of brainstorming at the moment. I haven't got a concrete thought. So yeah, when I say what I'm thinking, I'm actually just not really got a plan as such. Just something's forming. Hopefully something's forming anyway. Right, so I'm wondering if we could have this here like that, but maybe cut this flap so that we can't see that, if you see what I mean. Then have this little banner piece hung on here, because I think that's quite cool. Probably an image obviously on here as well. The Halloween we were going to have over there. Let's just put this down here. Because I know that, you know, we talked about the fact that, you know, with the ring bound journals, you really can be very flamboyant. So, I mean, if you're kind of thinking, oh, she's bulking that out a lot, you know, it doesn't matter. Well, hopefully it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously I have still got to wedge it into the box, but I mean, hopefully I haven't bulked it out anywhere near the size of the box yet. Although that is a possibility that we will suddenly find it is the size of the box. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking, you know, we could, you know, it could be bulked out quite a bit and it would be fine. Oh, I can't decide now. Or do we think that's too big? Do you know, I'm just going to quickly... Oh, I'm going to struggle to do this, but I'm thinking mark this here and mark this here. I'm going to cut these flaps down. So let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. So cut in here, like that. Okay, and then mitre in, and then cut this one down as well. Okay, right. And that would go under there. Well, I haven't gone quite in far enough. I'm thinking so as we can't see these, you know, where it's stuck down, if you see what I mean. So, like that. Might just have to take this one in slightly more. Okay. Like that. Yeah, maybe like that. Like I say, I mean, I'm just playing around at the moment. It's all still forming in my mind. Oh, what about that? Okay, and that. And then the, you know, the Halloweeny banner. Oops. Not really a banner, streamer. Let's call it a streamer. Oops. Is that way? No, I don't know which way round that was going, to be honest. I've now got, you know, the lace is just hanging off my jumper now. Oh my goodness, come on. Yep. It's all hanging off me. Off my jumper. Right. Right, if we have it that side. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then the Halloween here, I think is quite nice. And then, ooh, what about a rose? Actually thinking maybe a red rose. Or do we think we need something green on here? I'm not sure now. Let's take a red one in the first instance. See how that one is. Okay. Right, so yeah, wondering about that there. I don't know. What do we think to this? Because I mean, I was quite liking the look of that, but having said that, this is more interesting, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just, you know, what's more interesting, really. Now, I'm wondering again if we want to edge this. Now, what do we think about edging this with the green or in the purple? Let me get the purple patina out now, and we will see how that would look. So, hold on a second. All right. Now, is this purple or is this lilac? I don't really remember. I hope it's purple, but I've got a horrible feeling it's lilac now, because it's looking more lilac, isn't it? Oh, look, that's very lilac. That's just not going to be the powerful kind of effect that we want, is it? Lilac, that's just boring on there. Yeah, very boring. I think probably it would have been purple if I hadn't have shaken it, to be honest. So I probably shouldn't have shaken it, and then it would have been all fine. Right, let's just unclog this. Okay, right, let's put some of this down. Oh, it's barely coming out, this. Oh, right, that's very annoying. Okay, let's just put a bit around the edges. So again, doesn't have to go all around the edges, but just, you know, in a couple of places. Just so, you know, we're kind of like picking up the theme from elsewhere in the book. Oh, I'm loving the colours of this kit, I have to say. Really love them. I mean, actually, and I know that lots of you have said, you know, it's not your cup of tea as a kit, you know, because Halloween not really your thing. But lots of you did say that you loved the colours and, you know, you would watch anyway because you're loving the colours. So, yeah, I might try and see if I could do another kit. Completely different theme, but similar colours. I don't know. Nothing's coming to me that I could actually do so far. But, yeah, who knows? Maybe I will think of something and be able to put something together, because it is very lovely colours, isn't it? It's got to be said. Yeah, really is beautiful. Like, very striking together, aren't they? And who knew that you could put all these different colours together? You know, the red, the purple, the green. You know, it just looks so pretty, doesn't it? They're not really colours that I've probably ever put together before, to be honest. But yeah, they do look pretty, don't they? Let's just brighten that up a bit. Now, I'm going to also go around, I think, on the inner edge. And just put some here as well. So, oh gosh. This is probably not helping with it getting clogged up, me squashing down that end every time I'm bashing it on the desk. But it's partly frustration, because I'm like, oh, come out, come out, come out. Yeah. So just a bit around here. Like I say, I mean, you can sort of see some of the text, obviously, on that page, but you know, when you journal over it, you will no longer see that text, you know, because obviously your journaling will go over where that text is. So it's not like it's intrusive and going to, you know, block your text. It's just, it's visible right now. But once you actually get journaling on here, I think it will pretty quickly kind of like disappear, to be honest. So I don't think it will be, you know, a big deal by then. Okay. Just go along this edge. Okay, yeah. Right, let's clean this up. Okay, I mean, this is definitely not where I saw these envelope pocket books going when we made them in the mass making, you know, but yeah, this is quite fun, isn't it? So this little flap is going to go under here. Okay, and then the whole thing is going to be stuck down. I was going to say like a pocket, but actually let me just focus again and concentrate for a minute, because I mean, this will then be kind of almost flapping around. Well, should we go for it and let's just see how it turns out? I mean, if it's a disaster, it's a disaster. We won't know till we try, will we? So yeah, let's just be adventurous and give it a try. So we're going to put this flap down onto the envelope. Okay, so onto here. Okay, shut that up there. So that's on there like that. Now, I'm going to try and glue this down as a pocket here. And hope for the best that this is not going to be like really, really, really weird with this very long, you know, like foldy flap bit. I'm hoping that this is going to actually work, but yeah, I've never done this before, so this might actually look ridiculous, in which case maybe I'll even have to tear it out and not have it, but let's see. Let's see how it looks. Oh, it's not too bad so far, actually. Yeah, better than I'd expected. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is just a fold out flap. It's not actually glued down at all other than here on that flap, if that makes sense. But actually it's working okay. Yeah, much better than I had expected. So yeah, that actually has gone okay. So I'm quite pleased with that. Right, we've got that streamer. Oh my goodness, look, it's just now stuck on everything. Oh my goodness. Right, come on. Okay, right, let's have that up there. Right, and we're going to have Halloween down here, I think. What's happened to that circle that I very carefully cut out? Yeah, so we're going to have that up there. Yeah, I mean, I quite like that there. I'm going to just try this with the green edge and just hope that this does not suddenly go into Christmas mode. So we'll see. Look, that's coming out much better shaking it. Yes, obviously me banging it on the desk is what was, you know, making it not really work. So, yep, little tip there. Do not bang yours on the desk trying to get it out. That's not the thing to do. I mean, I didn't think it was the thing to do, to be honest. I was just merely doing it out of frustration. But yeah, turns out it's even more not the thing to do than I thought. So we definitely know now, not the thing to do. Right, okay. So now what's happened to my... Right, I'm just going to put this into here because, yeah, I should keep it clogged or, you know, unclogged as much as I can. Right, so we are going to have this on this side. Now, I'm just going to quickly dry this off. Patina does dry very, very quickly, but I don't want to dab this anywhere, so I'm just going to just check it is properly dry. Okay, not bad. Right, I could always glossy accent this for a bit more of an impact, and maybe even put it on some chipboard. Perhaps I should. Although, to be honest, I'm not going to, because actually it's just on this very flimsy book page, which will then, I think, bulk it out too much, you know, and it will be then, you know, quite obtrusive into that book page. You know, if you were wanting to write on it or anything, it would be actually quite in the way, wouldn't it? So yeah, I don't think I'll bother. But I am going to put this little bit of lace going across the bottom, I think. So yeah, I think that all looks quite nice. Just checking that I wouldn't prefer this down here. And something else on here, so let's just see. I feel like then I would definitely need some sort of other page behind it. Let me just see what else I've got. Okay. Again, I mean, I'm just trying to use the scraps really that I've torn off so far. So, you know, rather than kind of tearing up more bits, I'm trying to go with what I've torn already. So, yeah, you know, just continuing to hoard that paper. I mean, what is that about? Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think it helps that I'm still waiting for that ink. If I obviously had an abundance of ink, I'd think, oh, well, I'll just print some more off in a minute. But as I'm not, you know, full of ink at the moment, or flush with ink, or, you know, haven't got tons of ink at the moment. I don't want to kind of waste what I have got. No, I'm not loving that there. I mean, I really do love that banner. So do you know what? I'm going to just put the banner down first because I know I like that. And yeah, we can then have a look and see what we want to put down elsewhere. So let's just pop this down. Don't know why I keep calling it a banner. It's obviously it's a streamer, but for some reason I have got like a mental block now, and it's just being referred to as a banner. But hopefully you all know I'm not meaning a banner at all. I'm meaning a streamer. Okay. Could have her there, to be honest, and maybe even like a little pocket. So, right, let's put this down. And like I say, I might even glossy accent this, but you know, that's something I could always come back and do afterwards. So let's just get it popped down first. Like that. Okay, right. Now I'm going to just put this down, the lace at the bottom. So I'm going to start on this side and just run that green lace right across the bottom. Like that. Oh, it needs to go underneath there. Oh, come on. Yep. Like that. And then fold it over that way. And then obviously pop the rest of it down on this side. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, just dropping everything. Okay, yeah. Oh. Right, let's snip that out, or snip that off. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So, we have got the streamer. We have got this little Halloween label, which I might put down here. I just need to decide whether I want to have this on here. I mean, she's quite nice, isn't she? Let me just cut out this rose and just see. Okay. Oh, maybe that up there. It's kind of balancing out the purple and things, isn't it, from the other pages? So yeah, I'm quite liking that up there. I just want to check whether we want to have this at the bottom here. I don't think we do, because again, this maybe would make it a little bit tricky to journal on, but just wanted to kind of see how it would look if we had that like ruffled up there. Oh, I need to be careful that that doesn't glue down onto that lace. Right, okay. Let's just see. Let's put her down, because all the time that she's still moving, it's making it difficult to try anything, to be honest. So, right, let's put her down like this. Okay. So, yeah, pop that down there. Like that. Oh my goodness, how scrumptious does that look? Oh, love how that looks. Right, okay, and then the Halloween label here, we're thinking, yeah. I mean, that's probably a bit weird up there, isn't it? Okay, so that there, and then the ruffle. Oh, if I can actually unravel it. So that go there. Let's just see. Does it need it or doesn't it need it? I kind of feel like it does, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. This is quite thin. But actually, no, yeah, the thin's probably good, because actually this is just small, isn't it? So yeah, we don't want it kind of too big, do we? We want it, you know, neatish, don't we? So yeah, right, let's move this round. Right, need to be a little bit careful, because it is quite thin. I haven't got kind of much to play with. So, right, let's put that there. Ruffle this a little bit. So obviously, because it's quite thin, you know, I'm not kind of doing massive ruffles or anything, just kind of more gentle ruffling going on here. So, and then just this little bit here. Okay. Like that. Right, let me snip this out. Okay, like that. Okie dokie. Whoops. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on. Hot glue threads and sorry silk threads everywhere. My gosh, come on. Right. Right. So yeah, love how that looks. Now, do we want that rosebud up there or not? I think we should. Yeah, I definitely think we should. Plus, as well, if there was any doubt and we were thinking, oh, red and green, Christmas, the purple's kind of detracting from the red and green, isn't it? So, yeah. I mean, actually, I'm not feeling a Christmas vibe looking at that, but just in case, then by having the purple, it's kind of just, you know, taking that out of the equation altogether, isn't it? Yeah, do we like the Halloween tag? Because now I've moved it, I think, oh, actually, I didn't mind it without. Well, perhaps I'll leave it off for the minute. So, yeah, anyway, that is the double page spread using the book page pocket pieces. So we've got obviously a little flap here, which is a double flap. Oh no, have I glued it down? Yep. Double flap there, so you could journal obviously in here, you can journal on here, and then it obviously closes here. You've got a pocket here, and then this is also a pocket here. And a pocket here. My goodness, you've got a lot of pockets on this page now. So, yeah. And then obviously on the other side, we've just got a top loading pocket here and a pocket here on the side. And then this pocket here. So, you know, quite a bit going on. Yeah. Hope that you like it. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you will join me for the next part of making this journal. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, if you wanted to purchase the Horror Halloween kit, it is available in my Etsy shop. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.